Throughout history, southwestern Finland has been a gateway to Europe. It was natural for the local farmers to embrace the new ideas of the new century. On Saturday, the 11th of January 1913, people gathered to found a cooperative. The model was from Denmark and from Skåne in Sweden. That's how the Cooperative Slaughterhouse of southwestern Finland, LSO, was born. It was an important step. Instead of slaughtering livestock on farms, the animals were taken to a cooperative slaughterhouse. This ensured better quality meat and was the beginning of a better controlled meat chain.
Yhteistoiminta-aate on jatkuvasti voimakas ja kiehtova. Se kokoaa ympärilleen satoja tuhansia valveutuneita kansalaisia, jotka ymmärtävät, että osuustoiminta on voimakkaasti vienyt tätä maata ja tätä kansaa eteenpäin.
Thanks to the food shortage in the First World War, the state granted monopoly status to cooperative slaughterhouses. It was also natural for southwestern Finland to trade with Western and Central Europe. Thanks to the export trade, English bacon was made with LSO's Finnish pork. November 1929, Wall Street, New York, the financial center of the world. A dramatic stock market crash took place here. It was the start of the Great Depression that lasted until the late 1930s. It also had severe consequences on Finnish agriculture. Livestock farmers were encouraged to start slaughtering their animals at cooperative slaughterhouses rather than slaughter their livestock on farms. The Great Depression affected the domestic market, but the 1930s were a golden era for LSO's export trade.
Jokainen LSO-lainen, joka parhaan taitonsa, ahkeruutensa ja kykynsä mukaan hoitaa tehtävänsä, on osuuskunnalle tärkeä.
Cooperative slaughterhouses and cooperative stores united and formed a central corporation. There were, however, conflicts of interest. The cooperative stores had started producing sausages and canned foods and wanted a ruling status in the corporation. The cooperative slaughterhouses left the cooperation with the cooperative stores and founded a new central corporation in 1936. Tuottajan Lihakeskuskunta, TLK. In English, that's Farmers Meat Central. It's Tuesday, December 19th, 1939. Air raid sirens sound and bombers fly over Turku and drop their bombs. Meat production, as well as other industries, suffers. Price control on meat is exercised from November 1940 to the spring of 1947.
Nykyisenä poikkeuksellisena aikana on kaikki keinot käytettävä kotieläintemme hyväksi, ja kekseliäs löytää kyllä keinot.
When the price control ended, slaughterhouses encountered their own Wall Street. The price of pork collapsed due to oversupply. Stable farm gate prices became a goal.
Osuustoimintaväki uskoo, että jos yhteistoiminta-aate tässä maassa jatkuvasti pidetään arvossa, tulee tämä kansa aina voimakkaana ja itsenäisenä viemään inhimillisen kehityksen lippua eteenpäin vaikeinakin aikoina.
TLK and its competitor Karjakunta ended up struggling for power. The farmers had to decide which they would sell their livestock to. The struggle became harder and harder. After the war, the prices in Europe were so low that export trade was practically impossible. Focus had to be shifted onto the domestic market, so the production of meat products was increased. Sausages were in demand in the 1950s. Soon, LSO and HK started producing their famous sausages.
Viimeisenä 10-vuotiskautena on eritoten makkaran kulutus maassamme valtavasti lisääntynyt. Tällä on luonnollinen selityksensä. Makkara on maukasta, hygienistä ja helposti sulavaa ja näin ollen terveellistä.
Nyt te kaikki tiedätte, mikä on parasta. Se on LSO:n makkara ja tämä on hyvän makkaran merkki.
LSO succeeded especially locally, but now the progress had come to a halt. The organization was too heavy compared to the volume of production. The number of production facilities was reduced to a couple of modern units. Decisions were no longer made based on a gut feeling. Instead, they were made based on precise calculations and product accounting. Raising cattle in southern Finland was becoming more difficult, so the government took measures to support cattle farms in other areas of the country. Cooperative slaughterhouses still relied on getting their livestock from farms in their home regions. Of course, there were cattle that didn't require pastures. This is the reason LSO decided to focus on pork production. This decision made LSO the biggest pork producer in the country. The industry was rationalized strongly in the 1970s. This was seen in the names of the companies. Many provincial slaughterhouses were merged together with LSO. ESO, the cooperative slaughterhouse of southern Finland, also became a part of LSO.
Ai, sä syöt noita popsigrillinakkeja vai? Ne on huorettomia, eikö oo? Ei oo turhia kuoria, juu. Niitä onkin helpompi lämmittää, paistaa tai grillata kuin tavallisia. Vaimo sanoo. Mutta eiks ne oo kalliimpia? Eikö? Monta söit?
9.
Kuoreton popsigrillinakki. 9 hyvää.
Jo löytyy. Kultamunia ja HK:n uutta Amerikan pekonia. Tuhtia miehen ruokaa. Hetkessä valmista ja niin helppoa laittaa, ettei millään pääse munaamaan. Jees. HK:n uutta Amerikan pekonia ja kultamunia.
HK:n aito sininen on täyttä tavaraa. Hyvää kylmänä ja hyvää kuumana. Se on niin kuin ne itse sanoo, että lihaa säästämättä, laadusta tinkimättä. HK.
The HKScan that we now know was founded in 1988 when the Cooperative Slaughterhouse of Southwestern Finland corporatized its industry. The corporatization guaranteed acquiring financial capital, made the decision-making process quicker, and helped in creating a modern image of the company. The cooperative slaughterhouses closed down their central corporation, Farmers Meat Central, in 1991. HK became part of LSO, and LSO became a nationwide company. That same year, a modern food factory was opened in Vantaa. It was named HK Ruokatalo.
Uusi HK-ruokatalo mahdollistaa suomalaisten lihatuottajien omistaman ruokateollisuuden kilpailukyvyn kansainvälistyvässä elintarvikekaupassa.
Päivää. Perheelle kevyttä syötävää.
Kävisikö Kariniemen kananpoika?
Consumers wanted to eat healthier and lighter, so the demand for chicken meat products grew. LSO wanted to expand into poultry production, so they bought Kariniemi's poultry business in 1993. This made LSO the leading poultry producer in the country. Finland became a European Union member state in 1995. This meant dramatic consequences for the industry. Over one night, the country went from a closed economy to competing on the European market. The name HK Ruokatalo became the official name for the corporation in January 1997. The parent company, HK Ruokatalo, OYJ, went public on the Helsinki Stock Exchange.
Cantonin pata, chili con carne ja pasta di maestro. HK:n uudet valmisateriat aivan eri maailmasta.
The company became more international, which ensured growth.
Sitten talousuutisia. HK Ruokatalo ostaa Viron suurimman lihajalostusyhtiön.
HK Ruokatalo bought Estonian Rakvere Lihakombinat in 1998 and Taleg in 2001. HK Ruokatalo also bought a substantial share of Sokolov, a Polish meat processing company.
Kauppalehden talousuutiset, hyvää iltaa. HK Ruokatalo ostaa Ruotsin suurimman liha-alan yrityksen Swedish Meatsin reilulla 100 miljoonalla eurolla.
Buying Scan AB in Sweden made HK an important company in the Nordic market. The company's turnover doubled and the company adopted a new name, HKScan.
HK:n pitkäikäisin suosikki on aito nakki. Eli se napsahtava nakki. Kansallismakkara HK:n sininen lenkki on ollut jo 50 vuoden ajan suomalaisten suursuosikki. Ja niin hyvältä maistuu popsi.
Monta söit?
9.
9. Pojalla oli kova nälkä nuorena.
HK:n juhlavuoden kattauksen kruunaa ainutlaatuinen suomalainen oivallus. Maukkaampi ja mureampi rypsiporsas.
Over the course of more than 100 years, a Finnish production cooperative has become an internationally listed company. HKScan's target is to grow into a versatile food company whose responsibly produced and tasty products are part of consumers' varied food moments, both every day and on special occasions. We make food that does good and continue building a future of responsible and carbon-neutral food production. We make life tastier, today and tomorrow.